if it's doors.nas controls it. And you need
User joined your channel.
You need to remove the key binding.
All right, okay. Well, I haven't looked at any NAS files, just the XML files.
What runway are we supposed to start at?
I have no idea. I just taxied down to where I seen somebody.
I spawned on the active runway, so we'll see what happens when Gary gets here.
I spawned on active runway as well, but nobody else was there.
Yeah, I think it just makes it up.
Hello, people.
Ah, it's him.
Will be runway 21.
Let's see, what's 21?
Northeast.
I thought there wasn't one. Yeah. No.
You all got your holiday shopping done?
Nope, not even started.
I don't think there's going to be Christmas in our house this year.
Completely locked up.
Does anyone user joined your channel?
Does anyone know how to turn off the landing lights on the Jaguar?
Retract your wheels.
After you're there.
So you just retract the wheels and then you're done.
When the wheels are retracted, the lights are off.
Okay.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Good evening, everybody. This is Oswald.
Oswald!
Where are you with your helicopter?
No, that's next week. I did the same mistake. I was sitting there going, should be somebody here by now. Oh shit, wrong week. Why is that tornado going back asswards?
Oh, it was mine. I locked up when I was tumbling.
Oh god.
Too far.
Oh, I'm the wrong week as well.
Dang it. Dang it.
Oh.
Oh, pay attention.
I was looking forward to Switzerland.
Yeah, that's next week. You have plenty of time to die next week. Just in time for Christmas. You're going to need to practice for next week.
I've already been practiced all up now.
You mean you've not practiced for this one?
Nope, nor gathered any scenery. So this will be interesting.
So
you've
got yourself ready for the wrong week.
Yep.
Well done.
Yep.
Special prize for that, you know.
Well, it'll probably hurt me, you know. Stupid should hurt. On a final note, we did get the Quad City International Airport converted over to its new public address system and all of its new audio. So I feel happy about that.
What's the weather conditions?
We get the briefing before the flight, we're not ready for that yet. Yeah, take a minute just to sort things out in this room before we start.
I hate that MP sound bug. It's driving me crazy.
Crazy.
Okay, yeah, okay. It's not really drive. It's more like a putt to crazy for me.
I reckon I'm not prepared for this.
Come on, Ozzy. Pull it out of your ass. You can do it.
Where's the starting point?
KNID. Kilo, November, India, Delta.
Runway 21.
Right, I think.
Whoa, afterburners.
While any of you are waiting here, you might as well boot up the scenario so you don't forget. This will be the Sidewinder.
How do you boot up the scenario, sorry?
Go up to AI.
And traffic and scenario settings, and then?
That's the one. And then hopefully you've loaded your scenario into that folder that that points to. And then just select it. And you should be good.
But what's the scenario called? There's like...
Sidewinder Street.
Yep, it sounds like for some reason.
It's on the web page.
Yeah, yeah, okay, it's there. Sidewinder circuit. Okay, I loaded it.
Just drop that in your AI folder. You should be hot to trot when you can select it from in game.
Yeah, I selected it. I couldn't see it, but now I see it.
Excellent.
Yeah,
No. Scenario Sidewinder.zip.
Yep. No, right, it's 3 o'clock. Who's ready?
I'm ready.
He was born ready.
I was born ready not for this.
The weather today will be core high pressure. Core high pressure. Otherwise it gets well misty. Which is not good when you're that close to the ground, by the way. Make sure you've loaded up your scenarios. We're headed on runway 21, pursuing the runway bearing of 223 for the initial takeoff. And our first part of our altitude will be an AGL hold of 3,000 feet AGL. Our intended velocity will be 450 knots. 450.
Could you please repeat the AGL? Sorry.
AGL is 3000.
Thank you.
Velocity 450. Initial runway heading 223 to get everything off the ground. We will bear on our first heading to waypoint A. How mysterious.
The waypoint is center of West Dam, correct?
That's right. Yep.
Right.
Once we pass the lake, then we will be dropping to an AGL of 200. So you have to keep your smarts about you. This is the way that the Air Force does it. I got all the information. It's all attached in some of the PDFs as well there, just so that everyone can do it like real thing. Sort of, kind of. See a distant tornado.
Where's a distant?
I think it's Porky.
Yeah. I think you on the red tail. Are you? Yeah.
I am the red tail. Porky, get your ass over here.
No!
21. Up to your port side, we all are. Maverick, do you not read the flight brief? There should be British iron, British iron, British. Not very much British about fighting Falcon there, you know.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, I read it. I just put some camouflage. I'm flying a Navy Aggressor. Let's
Nope.
see where we are flying from.
No, not suitable. Do it right or not at all.
Unsuitable. Unsuitable.
Yeah, he's laughing. He thinks I'm joking. No,
I'm not joking either.
that's fine. Sorry, go.
Here comes Porky mowing the grass for us.
Children singing, frosty clouds will take your sorrows far away. It's the time of the year, you can see it bright and clear that Santa Claus is
Just wait till Porky's ready and then we will be off. Let's say initial runway heading of 223. Aiming for 450 knots on an AGL hold of 3000. No. Right, Porky, you ready?
Somebody's already got their burner burning.
Well, he's got a burner, so he can always catch up if he needs just a couple of seconds more. We have plenty of capability in these aircraft. Alright, watch me for the roll.
There is music, there is laughter, coming home to see our friends and family. And underneath the tree is some candy for you and a little present too. The angels are singing, the sleigh bells are ringing, 'cause Santa is coming, the reindeers are running. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Turning to Victor 275 by Mark.
275, your mark, sir.
Mark.
Mark!
Flight director 276.
Feet 3,000 AGL, yeah.
3,000 AGL, that's right. My tornado wants to kill me.
Everybody wants to kill you.
My tornado wants to kill me. It's not doing a very good job with 3,000 feet.
Yeah, mine neither. It's like right down here on the deck. Woohoo!
Oh, a lot of the bouncy stuff here though. Not exactly black ground for AGL.
Super sexy.
That's why it's fun.
If you can't die, what fun is it?
Does anyone have a red camo?
I'm in the red tail.
It's in the red tail. NATO armor.
You'll,
Camo.
you'll camouflage well when you crash.
Oh, if you're Jax and he hits the tail fin on the way out, it's actually won't know what it does.
Oh wow, someone is in an F15.
Ignore it.
Oh.
Desperate. Are all in for, so that's not concealed.
Somebody was in the wrong EF 2000 too.
Indeed. Hope you've got your scenery set for winter, since it of course is.
No, I got it set for live, meteor based. So. It'll be whatever the meteor says it is.
Alright then. Well,
Alrighty then.
I got like about 15 seconds. We should go over this rise and you should see the marker.
See the marker?
We'll be turning to 360/0 degrees. In 3 seconds.
Listen to the melody.
Turning.
In every single word I speak. It can warm your heart, makes me be a part of you. Ooh. Everybody ask me what
I'm going to update that to 7 FMS, GPS FMS.
They're just asking, never listen to what I say. They're just talking
At this point, we really should get down to 200 AGL, but I don't think that it's going to do that. So basically,
No, you're going to do that. You're going to have to do it manually.
fly it manually. Go.
I like it stolen, boys.
Practically, Isabella, that was her marker to drop low.
I'm seeing
Continue
you can't tell what
low
to do.
until about waypoint K, I believe. We're about a minute and a half out from our waypoint B, Beatles Lookout Tower. Fortunately, I didn't have time to generate a tower that I could drop into the map. Next time.
Listen to the song I sing. Find a world you've never been.
If you look very, very, very carefully ahead, away up in the distance, you can actually see the next marker.
Not in the haze, I can't, no.
You're supposed to be called core high pressure, that way.
I am in core high pressure, but then this hills are hazed over.
Now you got to refresh your weather then. "40 seconds out. Still holding GPS FMS of 7. 450 knots. We're thumping it.
I see a marker on the side of the hill now.
Going off the marker, 15 seconds. Anticipated turn to the starboard side, 50 on the marker.
And speed is 450 knots.
450 knots, yes sir.
Okay, thank you.
GPS FMS updated to 54 degrees, 54.
5-4, sir, thank you.
Next waypoint will be where the entry to the Jedi transition is. We'll be hitting that in the second half. I don't know what's the fun making that marker into like a lightsaber, because I can.
What's a Jedi transition, or I'm more of a Star Trek guy?
The Jedi transition is the part of the circuit that is basically Rainbow Canyon, or Star Wars Canyon, as it's called.
Oh. You cut out there, sorry.
So say again?
You cut out. Could you please repeat?
I'm getting a
Jedi
horrific frame
transition
rate.
takes you through Star Wars Canyon, which proper name is Rainbow Canyon. The low-level run that the flyboys like to jest is very similar to the trenches in the Death Star.
Oh, I see. Alright, nice. And you're going to go through that?
On the second half, yes.
Alright, Roger.
I'm gonna die.
Very bad frame race tonight.
Yep, me too. Lock up. I'm done.
Ooh.
No!
Ah.
Control U should be handy.
I'm
What?
dead.
Horse!
No less than 1 minute to the waypoint C.
Should you try changing camera views and then try rotating?
It doesn't matter what I do, any camera view I've got, the frame rate just drops to 0 as soon as I try and pan the camera.
Oh.
And I'm only getting 7 FPS, which is the lowest I've had in a long time.
10 seconds. 10 seconds anticipating starboard turn to 7373.
I crashed into the marker. What is the closest airport?
Kilo November India Delta is the one that I would use.
Or 2 Oscar 7, I believe.
Unless, of course, you get a favourable report on that one. That could be kind of, shitey.
Please state the airport ICAO again.
Which one? The wee one or the big one?
The closest.
It's number 2 something or other.
2 Oscar 7. But we already passed it. Probably still closer than Final Leg though. 2 Oscar 7.
GPS MMS is updated to 87 degrees. 87 degrees.
What is the closest airport that has not been passed?
Kilo November India Delta.
It's the same that we spawned.
You might as well just go there because you can go get off the ground there and then hammer out to where we're at pretty quickly.
And we're hand flying right now, correct?
It's a flying manual stick.
Yeah.
You won't survive on anything else.
One minute 20 to next waypoint. Currently 87 degrees, 450 knots. Next waypoint will be waypoint F for Foxtrot.
Oh, apparently somebody wasn't very impressed with the chat on the channel last week.
Oh no?
No,
Did they leave a critique?
it was on Facebook. They said it was just listening to a bunch of drunks, and they had considered joining the flight. They had considered joining the flight at one point, but last week put them off completely. So it's somebody with absolutely no sense of humour and.
Waypoint is right here. In 5 seconds, we'll be turning starboard to 73.
Hey, I'm 15 FPS now. I turned the vegetation on.
Turning.
I'm now miles behind the flight.
I was wrong about 73. That was the previous one. Turning to 129. Actually, it's shaping up to be 135. 135 updated.
What is the current steer point?
We are headed out to waypoint G for golf.
14 miles back now. Jesus.
But to hammer down. 25 seconds to next waypoint. Here's the marker right here. Turning to 204. I do see someone in front.
Yep, I think I crossed you.
GPS FMS is updated to 213. May extend a little more yet. Has settled to 215. 215 bearing.
Well, the view from this valley is so cool.
Yeah, it's very nice around here. I'll tell you that.
Don't think you'd want to live here.
No. $215 450 knots. Running close to the deck. Next waypoint in just over a minute. Waypoint H.
Oh wow, someone is in a Eurofighter.
The dog.
The wrong Eurofighter.
Ignore.
Ignore.
I'll just be able to get close to the deck here. Nice flat bit down the valley floor. Marker right in front. We'll be turning left to 131 anticipated. Like a Jag just coming in front.
Seven and a half miles back.
Are you getting further back or you're getting closer?
I'm getting closer. I was 14 miles back a minute.
All right. GPS FMS on 122.
User joined your channel.
Oh, user.
Almost crashed there.
1.5 minutes. Waypoint.
That was an almost crash with death.
Flash!
Save every one of us.
Just a little less than a minute. GPS FMS is currently 123. There's the marker. 10 seconds. Looking to turn to the starboard of 167. 167. Hopefully out there on the edge of the lake there, you can see the second of the lightsabers, indicating the terminus of the Jedi transition.
So this was
I can see you.
this is the end of the Jedi transition.
Right there. And we haven't gone through the Jedi transition, we've gone all the way around the circuit. But on the second half, we'll start the circuit, but then we will cut into the Jedi transition.
Also in the valley.
Out of Jedi transition at this point.
Alrighty.
"25 seconds. Anticipating a slight turn to the right. 181 degrees. 181.
What is the target speed?
450. 450. Currently, GPS FMS is 181. We're back down to the valley floor.
What is the steer point?
I'm sorry, what is the what?
Follow the leader.
The steer point.
Follow the leader. Follow
Okay,
flight leader.
We are headed to waypoint K for Kilo.
Lots of cactuses.
That's
Yeah.
cacti, you know. Cacti.
Cacti, correct. Sorry.
This. Don't go too low because it'll sting in your arse. The spines are a pain to get rid of.
Although some of them are great, maybe. Like if you get prickly pear cactus, that stuff makes a mean salsa. This is a more extended run for this waypoint. We have about 3.5 minutes. This bearing.
Why is my sound turning on and off?
Did you pay the bill?
Please say again.
Did you pay the bill for it?
What sound are you hearing?
The noise from the engine.
Well, if you use normal throttle, the engine will die down when your throttle cuts back to
And
continuous.
depending on the version you're on, every time somebody spawns in, your multiplayer volume will go full up.
Just get the lightning bolt Tonka. I'm right beside you. Yeah, we go. There we go. Caught up.
Yay! 220. 220 to go to the next waypoint. Still at 181 degrees.
I don't see the marker yet.
Did you load the scenario?
Yes, yeah, I did.
Did you put it in the right directory?
Yes, I've seen all the markers in just not this one.
This still has to appear.
Yeah, we're still about a minute 45 out from the next mark.
Oh, okay, then. I thought something wrong.
No, no, should be all good.
Oh, now I can see it. Dead ahead.
One and a half minutes.
Yep, I see the marker now too.
Yeah, excellent. Where he from? I worked so good in vain.
Oh, that was an excellent video of somebody sliding up the hill on fire.
Does someone go time speed?
30 seconds to turn. Turn will be to starboard. 224 degrees predicted. 224. Turning in 2, 1. Here we go. GPS FMS updated to 234. 234. Do you see the next marker in front of you?
Right in front of us, yes.
Just a nice wee short little jaunt, this one. Going up in 20 seconds. Next turn will be a very, very small deviation to port side. Anticipated 218. 218. Turning.
Scenery's all disappeared again for about 5th time.
Yay!
That makes things easy.
You can't run into what you don't see, or can you?
You can actually.
You can.
It all goes black and suddenly you're in the ground.
It's always darkest just before it goes completely black, mate.
GPS FMS updated to 217. Still at 250 knots on the deck.
250 or 450?
450. 1 minute from next waypoint, which will be China Lake. We'll overfly China Lake and then we'll all come into land. Because that is our break. We whipped right here a lot faster than I thought we would.
That's because we're flying
We
like
are
Of course, we
speed.
make it a little bit easier on the next jaunt, which we'll probably be needing to.
the words bats out of hell ring a bell.
Yeah. Waypoint coming up, 10 seconds. We're deviating to 003.
Mind the wires.
Big carve around. because it's not a very large distance, the GPS FMS will change quite considerably. Already predicting 1.5.
Some call turn fast
going
to
to
be
change.
wings in the midpoint.
GPS FMS is settled into 2-1-2-1.
Well, that's me dead again. I've had enough of this tonight.
Yeah, gosh.
Do you think it's when all these other aircraft, which are not Flight Gear ones, Flight Gear UK ones?
Well, all I do is I stick them all and ignore. So that rules it out anyway.
You talking about? What are you talking about? What phenomenon are you having?
Well, I've flown this route many times to gather the scenery. I'm just having total disappearing and crashing into mountains what don't exist. And it's done it about 5 times now.
Could be something to do with the LED distance, I don't know.
It happens to me all the time.
Is there
I just get slow frame rates.
I'm actually getting decent frame rates because there isn't any scenery now.
That's why.
Is there a multiplayer version I can tag along with? Because otherwise I'm just wasting my time.
I don't think any of these have got dual seats set up in them.
No.
You could use like the video assistant or something like that. That's
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing because I just couldn't deal with the frame rates.
Yeah, well, I
China Lake.
might watch you on Twitch. I did last week, and that seemed all right.
All right, blow up. Come in, land, get by the building. See you on the ground.
Yep. Someone is in an F-15. You might want to, if you want to join them, you can.
Ignore him.
No, I'm saying backseat.
No. Don't do
Depends if it's a C or a D.
Yeah, that. Yeah, he's a C. Sorry.
If it's a C, you can't do anything about it.
User disconnected from your channel.
Speed is manual or.
Yeah, we're just going to come into land now.
Which runway are we landing, sir?
Whichever one you want, just get to the building for the break.
Legit. I'll land where we took
Couple
off
of
from.
routes and they cost money, so don't take too long.
What is the landing speed on the Jaguar?
Mid flaps about 140, 150 knots, depending on what payload you've got.
Okay.
Speed brakes in this thing is very powerful.
Just can't see the runway, it's all the same fucking colour.
Which building near the tower?
Say again?
Which building do we need at which place? Near the tower?
I don't know. Gary, is it?
Hold on a second, landed here.
On final runway 21.
On final runway something.
Yeah, by the tower.
On final apron.
What?
I didn't die.
I didn't die.
Amazing.
Well done.
Well, I had to refuel on the way. Suddenly the speed was going slow, down and down and down and down, only 200 feet above AGL.
Wow,
But
and you had the
somehow I
presence of
managed.
mind to refuel and not die?
Well, magic refueling?
Yeah, but I'm just like, huh? What's going on? Then I'm dead.
Bit slippy slidey, but I made it.
So now in the leg 2 we do the Star Wars Canyon.
Yeah, we'll be doing that after the break.
Right.
Alright, refueling, refresh, gentle folk.
What time should we be back?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
So what do I do with the Sidewinder scenario?
You get the download and you put it into your game AI folder. And then when you're in game, you can click on the AI at the top of the menu bar. And then you'll see there's scenarios entry. I think it's the top one. Open that up and all your scenarios that you have loaded in your directory will be showing there. And then just click the box next to the Sidewinder one.
I'll do my best.
Sure, it will be spectacularly good enough. I don't doubt you. We'll be lighting up at 2-6.
I see a marker from here.
Someone threw a Jaguar right up my arse.
Yeah, I wonder why you were smiling.
That's as much fun as a proctology visit. It is a proctology visit.
Without something. No, I'm not going to say it.
Oh, the traffic jam.
We're way better than Toe Jam.
Hi, Joel?
And more spreadable.
Oh, mighty Cecil.
Almighty Cecil. Please watch over these airmen and take care that none of them might become one with terra firma and thus snuff it. This we ask in the name of your only begotten Son, Nigel. Amen.
Yeah, don't forget to refuel.
And let's
Motion for you, instead of saying Amen, for you to say our souls. So we can all go, our souls.
Ours, owls.
Oh my.
Arseholes.
Also,
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Ah, shit, caps.
Arse out.
Gonna drop the speed a little bit to 400 knots for our run out. We will still start with an AGL hold of 3,000 or whatever we'll manage to end up doing with that. And we'll head out on the runway heading is about 271. Once everyone's off the ground, we'll divert to our proper course and carry on. We all ready?
I am.
Very much so.
Alrighty then. Watch me for the roll. Looks like pretty much everyone is up. We'll be turning to heading 266. Turning now.
What is the current altitude?
AGL 3000.
did you not find the light switch in this world?
Who, me?
Yeah. Well, you're called Voodoo.
I did.
You did find it, yes.
I did.
Good.
Speed 400 knots.
Sir.
Is you doing 400 knots, guy?
Or like 500.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It appears not.
You're miles ahead.
He's born to be wild. He wants to go fast.
400 knots.
Oh shit!
Someone just went vertical mode.
Yeah, there was a Jaguar just blasting it.
400 knots. I'm holding 266 degrees, AGL 3000, although it's highly variable.
How long until we're in the Jedi transition?
And we'll be waypoint C. So
Oh, so
we're
you're still
at waypoint A right now.
Alright, here.
You will recognize it because there will be a big lightsaber in the scenery if you have the scenario loaded.
Yep.
Because I thought it would be wicked cool.
Yeah, Star Wars fans.
After this waypoint we're headed to, then we're going to kick off the AGL hold and then just fly as close to the ground as what we dare, while at the same time not impacting it in any shape or form.
Almighty Cecil, we beseech thee. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Our souls.
Ourselves.
Almighty Cecil, please protect our souls. That would be all of us.
yeah. Here is the waypoint coming up. Passing in 15 seconds. And it'll be close to the ground as you dare. Right turn to 360 degrees.
What's the heading bug?
We are currently heading to around about, I believe it'll be 7 degrees once I've finished the turn. Maybe more. I'll update as necessary.
Roger that.
GPS FMS is updated to 7 degrees. Time to tickle your fanny with the treetops.
Mind the wires.
And the squirrels.
Squirrel! Squirrel!
Yeah, the squirrels get stuck in the turbine blades.
They actually eat the blades.
Them squirrels are good eating.
Ain't not much meat on a squirrel, dude. You're gonna have to eat like a crap ton of squirrels to get
Bam!
full.
Bam!
What?
It's not like crab squirrel.
Yeah.
Better a crap squirrel than a squirrel crap.
Tree rats.
Headed to waypoint B. Looking to be there, and then a little bit around about 2.25 minutes. Hold it tight to the terrain.
Lots of trees.
Trees. Trees. Trees.
Kiss the treetops.
Scary squirrels.
Squirrel!
holding 7 degrees, 400 knots.
There's the
B is
nasty big.
dead ahead.
Woohoo!
It's on a slope.
It's like a light stick.
It's like a they call it a watchtower.
It's a light stick.
Lighthouse.
I'm gonna try and make it like somewhat visible at distance.
A light stick.
40 seconds.
How do you even make that sound effect?
Ours.
Just put my lips. Just put my lips together and suck.
But which one's Voodoo?
Oh, I'm done talking to you now. Done. Come on, I'm getting aroused. Cut it out.
Waypoint. Right turn after the waypoint. Predicted 050. Update as necessary.
Is the target speed 400 knots?
400 knots.
We should add a disclaimer. That'd be 400 Gary knots.
Accelerating to 200 knots.
Oh my. It's like FGUK bucks.
What's the new heading?
New heading is 53 degrees. 53 updated.
5-3, Roger.
Whoa, shit. We're too confident on that one.
Did you get yourself some poker factor? Where you hold on to your seat real tight with your cheeks?
Yeah, it's like a smoochie. It's a smoochie. Mwah.
Just on F16 go touch ground.
I ignored him long ago.
Yep.
Sorry, it's not in the group thing.
Can't follow the group rules, don't bother looking for yourself, you won't see anything.
I can't condone it. I can't deal with it. It's making me crazy. It's putting me crazy.
2 minutes 30 to the next waypoint, which will be the entrance to the Jedi transition.
Not sure I'm following the right Tonka.
There's only one with a red tail as far as I know.
Yeah, no, but I can only see a silhouette at the minute. I don't know which one it is.
What is the speed?
400 knots, sir.
That's target.
Add a 0 behind it.
Or 5.
Now we should be approaching the Jedi saber thing.
And after that ridge line you see up ahead, when we drop down the other side of that, you should see the lightsaber. This time we will be taking a right turn at the lightsaber.
Roger that. It's Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, correct?
I guess so.
Yeah, you were unprepared for that.
So it's a good guy one.
Yeah, it's a good guy one because it's green, correct.
What if it's been captured by a bad guy? Does it turn red then, or does it stay green? Answer that.
Yeah, there it is.
Full visual on lightsaber.
You should have used the red lightsaber because you're all are sold.
Arse.
Use the R's
Predict
force.
to 072. Predict chart to 072 at light.
Please protect arse holes.
Which is us.
Ooh,
15
pretty,
seconds.
pretty.
I think I made a pretty good lightsaber myself.
Did he model that? Because it's very nice.
Turning right. Looking for 72 degrees. Headed down to the ground.
And this is the Jedi transition.
This is the Jedi transition, yes. Although the Star Wars Canyon is only like the very latter portion of it. I'll point it out when we get there.
Alright.
That's where you gotta be at if you wanna take pictures.
Not anymore. They shut it in 2019 after like some hornet went and plowed into a bunch of Canadians.
I heard it's still going. Like there were jets flying there the other month.
Well, maybe I've just recently activated it again, or maybe they're just not telling anybody.
It's like when they shut off the Mach loop to like typhoons because people end up doing barrel rolls over it.
It's a conspiracy.
It is
It is.
done by bastages.
Fargan bastages. Perpetrated by Tüchters and Sassenach.
Very well done. You've been studying, you do.
Are we turning?
Very well done. Gold star for you, possibly even a Tufty badge.
Ah, stop. I'll chip you right in the napper. Ooh, look, Miss
Sunny,
Sunny.
they're on the rescue chopper.
Yay, just in time.
Yeah.
Up ahead is the next waypoint marker. That's where the start of Star Wars Canyon is.
Sandy already placing the odds on who's gonna die first.
Sonny knows she's clairvoyant. She has a crystal ball. She's a witch, I heard.
Watch out for to turn you into frog.
Too late. Well, I'm already a toad. I'm close enough. Ribbit, ribbit. Pretty scenery here. Party, party.
Now we turn left.
Aren't we?
Right.
Oh, I went kind of a wee bit mental there.
Surprise!
And we're on for like 187, making a big right turn. Still going to be updating. It's going to be over 200 degrees.
Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Or Kelvin.
Ah, stop now. Let's not add 3 variables.
You guys are gonna miss the entrance.
So far, GPS FMS is ticked up to 210 degrees.
You're too high, man. You're too high.
I surely am.
Get
Oh,
down,
so-
Gary. Get down.
The valley in front of us, we're going in that.
$50 seconds. The actual canyon in flight gear is not nearly as impressive as in the real world. It's just kind of smoothed out. Put your speed to 300.
300.
300 your mark, sir.
Yeah. Mark.
Mark's not here, man.
300 indicated.
Let it be 10.
Turning now.
Tornadoes, put your wings in mid position.
What is the target speed?
300 at the moment. Turning to 4645.
I almost became one with the scenery.
We have a special invocation into Mighty Cecil to not do that, bro.
That's why I ask you all to pray for me so I pressurize those.
Just did.
25 seconds to go to marker. 30 degrees.
Kind of talking to a guy that
Turning starboard to 135 degrees.
problem is you're talking to a guy that bursts into flames when he walks into a church, so.
I'm walking into church and it bursts into flames.
That's because you're a badass.
Is the next waypoint a lightsaber?
Yes, it will be the exit lightsaber.
So this entire thing was the Star Wars.
Do not confuse the two. I'm a Trekkie. I'll be insulted if you do that.
Yeah, I understand.
Here is the exit lightsaber. After that, we will be making a slight right turn to 181, anticipated.
And then where do we go after that?
Then we will increase speed on the turn to 350. 350 on the waypoint.
And destination after waypoint?
Bill's house.
Who is Bill?
He owes me money.
Alright.
Turning to 350 on waypoint. Now turning to 181. We'll probably it's just a small turn.
What is the current altitude?
Current altitude is down on the deck.
How low can
Dirty.
you go? Paying limbo.
Down and dirty.
Oh yeah, some on your knees now. Boom.
Grassroots movement.
Looking for grubs.
Time to become one with the scenery.
Oh no. Don't sneeze at this altitude because you will become one with the scenery.
Currently floating between 100 and 150 feet AGL.
shows 95 here. Lots of cacti.
Very good, sir. Very good, you remembered. Currently got about a 4.5 minute run into the next waypoint, waypoint K.
All hail K! All hail K! Oh wait.
What?
What?
Men in Black reference.
Yeah.
Oh, I died.
Oh no. Ty died?
Just use the instant replay.
Does Kai owe you money?
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Should we go to Kai's house then?
Of course.
Still at 300, Gary?
Still 350, sir. 35.
Ah, roger that.
Still flying at 181 degrees. Skirting the ground.
That to your listeners, and I'ma take the beat and make green like it's Christmas. So vicious, like Sid with the pistols. Punk's not dead and hip hop is official. BK to Amsterdam, Berlin to Bristol. So I'ma drop it right there on a nickel. Let's get it. Yeah, yeah. 1, 2, lunchtime. 3, 4, crunch time. Lyrics that are spent to make rain turn to sunshine. Hit 'em with the punchline, catch 'em on the blind side. FLA to NY, make the day turn to nighttime. On a quest to invent fire, call me Neanderthal. Who's the man to call to pitch you weight like a medicine ball? Now who's setting it off? Attention, quit pretending. First I
Big
rip it
salt
to
pan lake off to the left and in front.
There's a feeling that's running through my veins, you know about
How long until the next waypoint?
and do my thing. The head
Waypoint will be coming up in 1 minute 45 seconds.
cry like an eye infection. In the game, 13 years since my first record. My
Turn
time
off.
to see something like China's birth
Don't you
records. And my grind shine to perfection. Keep my eyes on the prize before it never turn direction. Rip that, flip that, I'll show you how to dig that. Record from out the crate, chop up the loop, time to spit back. Freestyle, freestyle, y'all can bring the freak out. Drop either on the beat or
Waypoint
hit
is
the
this
streets,
one.
leak out. Let's get it.
It's by that little town thing.
V.
Yeah, yeah. Where you at? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit 'em with the punchline, catch 'em on the blind side. Lunchtime, crunch time, lyrics that are spent to make rain turn to sunshine. FLA to NY, make the day turn to nighttime.
I'm quite happy with my little markers. Anyone wants the model, I pitch it somewhere.
Here we go.
Ow.
I'm gonna grab the saber, flip it horizontal, and I'm gonna set up a challenge in a valley, so I have to fly under it.
Alright.
Oh, somebody touched
A Jaguar
the ground.
crashed.
Oh.
Oh no.
Not a Jaguar.
What road?
You're the stealthiest beast in the forest.
Turning left, turning to the starboard. It's speeded 224. We'll update, we'll increase a little bit.
Speed is 350 as well.
350, sir, yes. GPS FMS is now updated to 231.
And 300 feet AGL.
As close to the ground as you dare, AGL.
Gary's considerably lower than that.
Shows 50 for me now.
But Gary's crazy, so.
Waypoint up ahead. We're just turning a little bit to port. Small deviation, 6 degrees. Turning at 5. GPS FMS 218.
218.
218.
Gary, I am your father. Bunch of
Yes.
drunks.
Someone must have really dry lips to do that.
Or tweeters.
Oh my.
One
Okay,
minute 30 to the next waypoint, which is waypoint M, is officially the last waypoint in the Sidewinder circuit. After that, we'll be headed to Edwards Air Force Base.
I've got around 50 runways for Edwards for some reason.
Oh, there's a bazillion ones. There's including a bunch of dry, flat dust ones.
a bazillion.
For interesting test projects.
A bazillion. I've told you a trillion times not to exaggerate, Gary.
Oh no!
He never listens.
I never listened a trillion billion times.
A trillion, gillion, billion times. That's a lot for people who are actually using their calculators at home.
You mean not using their fingies and toes?
What?
Not using their fingies and toes?
You can't count to a gillion, billion, trillion on your toes, dude.
Depends if you're
Just reuse the fingers.
Here's a finger for you to reuse right there.
We'll be turning to port to speed at 199 degrees. We'll update.
Watch the wires.
And now we go to
Don't watch
Edwards.
this come through your cockpit. Do something about it first. Update for GPS MMS is 198. 198.
198.
Oh, we're lined up with the Edwards runway.
But we're not going to Edwards. We're just going past it.
Oh, so we're landing back at China Lake.
No, we're not going there either. We're actually going to be landing at Miramar.
Oh, right. What happened? What's up with it?
What?
Aliens invaded Stewart.
We're gonna do Edwards, then Santa Barbara, and Catalina Island, and Miramar.
Then Bill's
Come on,
house.
Mark, look good.
Are these little gopher mounds here?
Golfers! I don't see any flags with like, you know, holes and tees and all that kind of stuff. Where's the golfers?
I just see their mounds, man.
You mean sand traps?
Yeah.
Golfers have sand traps.
What?
Golfers! The golf! People who golf!
Oh,
Golfers.
not golfers, you doe. Go. Gophers like groundhogs.
Golfers like groundhogs?
Of course they do. Everybody likes groundhogs.
Deep fried.
Voodoo, what plane are you using? Because it says here in the MIBs. What's the MIBs?
I'm in a video assistant thing, just like shooting video.
It's a Meg, but with a B.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's just a video thing. I'm just shooting video.
Okay.
2.5 minutes to Edwards.
Fish bag.
Well, that punt is up to 5,000 feet. 5,000 feet on my mark.
Okay, your mark, sir.
Fish can.
ATL or ACL?
Actual.
ACL.
Actual.
Fish bowl.
Mark.
Here he goes. Follow him.
There, lovely vantage point. You'll be able to see Edwards unfold before your very eyes.
Oh, I see the light. I see the light.
Jesus H. Christ, can you see the light?
I can see the light.
Jesus H. Christ blessed our soul.
Okay. I don't have a soul.
But you are our... No.
Yes, I am.
It was pretty much Star Wars based.
Oh, God.
There's a button.
Darth Voodoo.
Darth Voodoo. Right, okay.
Darth Voodoo. Maverick, my son.
Arse.
Arse.
Yeah, shit, I gotta tell you.
There's like 1,000 runways here.
Why is everybody below me? We're supposed to be 5,000 feet.
What is it? Who's landing here?
No, we're just flying over here.
What?
We're not landing here.
But who does?
Anakin Sky.
I think some of the salt pan runways that we have here for like landing those fancy pants, like high velocity vehicles that don't have wheels but have skids. Oh, by the way, we're turning. Just in case you weren't good.
Oh, by the way, we're turning.
Oh, by the way, I'm becoming one with the scenery.
We are so high. How did that happen?
You're too high, man. You're too high.
GPS MMS is 146. We are now headed to San Bernardino International.
Oh, yes, it's
what's
very
the-
nice.
What's the ICAO code for where we're landing?
For where we're landing is Kilo November, Kilo X-ray. About 200 nautical miles from here.
Oh, that's long. It's far away.
That's nothing. We have fast
It's not
jets.
legit, it's not.
And speed?
We'll be upgrading our speed somewhat. Prepare to accelerate to 450 knots.
450, you mark, sir.
Accelerate now. Use all your power.
Please say again target speed.
Target speed is 450, sir. 450. GPS FMS heading of 146 degrees. Altitude of Angels 5.
Target speed 1 million miles per hour.
Why is the turbine blades on the Jaguar not moving?
What's the foot in the foot?
No, those are just a fan. Those things are just a fan to keep the pilot cool. When they stop moving, watch the pilot sweat.
He'll be sweating all the way to the ground.
Boy.
Now can we go AFK until we reach the destination?
If you plotted in all of your waypoints, then I guess you could.
I have. So how do you
Fuck would
enable?
that be?
Sounds like a long haul.
It's been a long haul till now. Ooh, tower view.
And what's the target heading?
Target heading currently is 146 degrees.
Roger that.
We have 4 minutes to San Bernardino. We're coming into some rolling hills. We come in around the west side of the San Bernardino forest.
Did we put the heading in heading bug or true heading?
True heading.
Alright. And the altitude in altitude hold or AGL hold?
I'm doing altitude hold currently. We may bump it up a little bit as soon as we don't, go on with the scenery. Going to kick it up 1,500 feet to 6,500 feet. 6,500.
6500, your mark, sir.
Mark.
Speed 450.
Speed is 450. Here of the San Bernardino Valley. It's
That's so cool.
We'll be making a turn in a little more than 1 minute. We turn to starboard. Predicted 235 degrees. Probably will advance a little bit from there. We'll keep you updated. You see down there on the edge of the city, you've got the airport. It looks like it has been consumed by the sands.
Holy shit, yeah.
A big hole in the ground. Anyone else see that?
I don't see a big hole.
It's got covered actually.
Big hole just on the right hand side. Past that big junction. Or interstate, whatever the young's called, I don't know.
I see a big black blob. But I still can see things through it. Like it's like something that's in a shadow. And we are turning to that bearing of 235 predicted.
Where's the hole?
Just back there.
If it was up your nose, you'd know where it was.
What's the target altitude?
Current altitude is 6500.
Alright, thanks.
That is actual, not AGL.
I'm heading above. True heading.
GPS FMS is currently 238.
Roger.
Over to the left there is Lake Matthews. Come on to some more hills, and then over the other side of the hills will be the very cold Pacific Ocean.
Where are we going? Crazy. You want to come with? Bill's house. Bam! I owe you 20 FGUK bucks for that, Ace. Going to Bill's house.
Hopefully we can give him your money now to Bill. 23 FGUK bucks.
It's FGUK bucks. That's like 1,000 FGUK bucks is worth like what, Stu? Like 2.5
Cents.
Gazillion.
It's just really cool stamps, isn't it?
Could be.
I'm talking about black blobs on the ground. I see some more black blobs on the ground to the right now as well.
Oh my. Oh my.
Most odd.
Scenery looks outstanding.
It's kind of a nice one, like going around the circuit. That's pretty cool. And just rolling over these mountains and so on and so forth. I thought it were quite pleasant.
The jigger just flew right through, and this is rude.
Heading or GPS is 28.
GPS FMS is currently 237, currently at 450 knots. Altitude is 6500. Now I'm about to drop that down some. Now we're over the lovely bumpies to 2,500 feet.
Roger that, thank you.
2,500 on my mark.
Please say again.
We have seen illusion and reality
Don't say again.
begin to
Don't.
overlap.
2,500 on his mark.
A line between them begins to disappear.
And it's 2,500 feet. Actual. GPS FMS is 237. Speed is 450 knots. Descending.
Defriending?
Someone went
Jesus.
space up on it.
Descend.
Yeah, that's not a descent, Jackie. That's a plummet.
That's a plummet, yeah.
Yeah, he plummeted to become one of the
It's a death plummet. Arr!
I see the ocean.
I see dead people.
I see.
I see dead elves.
That's next week, bro.
Oh, well, we were not allowed to. We're not allowed to get the
After last year,
we'll be the band. We'll be let's be on a rest.
that's what happens when you have an elf tossing contest.
Does anyone know what airport, what city this is?
Bill's house.
Irvine.
The elves usually like that contest.
What's that?
One we passed was M. Castle Toro.
Toro.
El Toro, that's where
That's-
was in Independence Days.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that.
We'll be like flying over.
Oh, we're not far away from Los Angeles.
We're way south of Los Angeles.
Probably gonna overfly it. Say we are in the suburban areas.
Yeah, it's 2 hours east, Los Angeles.
You gotta
Right,
watch
so-
out for this beach right in front of us. Naked people.
I forgot the TGP for that.
That's right, we've got Huntington Beach on the right, Newport Beach on the left.
Huntington Beach, Hollister's. The great big ass pier.
Catalina is the next airport, correct?
Catalina is the next waypoint, that's right.
Hey, it matches my map.
We have about 3 minutes. Get there in 3 minutes. So, and then we'll be on the final run into Miramar.
Where there's a competition of topless oiled up volleyball.
Yeah, Maverick, you might meet Goose.
Oh, I thought he's somewhere in the sea. Oh no, shit, they recovered him.
Hey, look, there's an island ahead.
Rather obscure report pad. Did you see that? Directly.
There's something down in the sea right below, actually.
Yes, a helipad.
A helipad in the middle of the water.
Yep, that's the one. That's exactly what it is.
Just in case.
Then why would you put a helipad in the middle of the water?
In case you want to land a helicopter right there.
Duh!
Oh, my Harrier gets low fuel.
Where's that? I can't see it.
There's 2 helipads in the water.
How hairy are you?
Helipads.
I love the sun.
Please don't let me go to waste. I need my memories erased.
What does nav on CBI for?
This is where the dwarves employed by Apple manufacture the latest operating system.
Yeah.
No.
It's true.
Oh my!
Mind it.
Oh my goodness!
I think the latest one is something like
Big sewer.
Why?
the latest one is
3,000 feet. 3,000 feet. Come
3K, your mark, sir.
Mark. 45 seconds to turn. It'll be a brisk turn to 235 predicted. No, I beg your pardon. 116 predicted. Probably will change quite a bit.
Look at there.
It's an airport.
Airport.
Sweet.
There's the airport. Catalina. Top of the mountain.
Mountain.
Gives you an extra little bit of air to get off the ground.
Reminds me, I saw a video of a C-17 doing like a crazy approach on this airport back in the day.
Turning in 3, 2, 1.
Heading?
Heading will be 116. Prepare for that to be updated quite a lot. It's quite a big turn.
Can a C-17 land at Catalina?
I think so, yeah.
Well, the C-17 and I'm going to right? Won't get off again.
But yeah, it's got wicked reverse thrust.
The C-17 is designed to do typical landings, down descent, full flaps and reverse thrusters on the descent before they even hit the runway.
It's crazy. I saw one on Tuesday.
GPS FMS is settling into 112. 112. Currently doing 450 knots at 3,000 feet. We'll drop down to 500 feet. Keep the bottom.
How many feet and how long?
Mark. Descending to 500 feet. It will be 8 minutes 15 seconds to Miramar.
Oh, we're going to San Diego.
We are going to Miramar.
But it's close to San Diego.
It is close to San Diego, but we're not going to
Diego.
Miramar's in Florida, isn't it?
No, it's where we are going. Have you ever seen Top Gun? Oh, yeah, you did. So.
Have you never seen Top Gun? Why?
It's been like 10.
Miles to go.
I'll go AFK.
We're going.
Is there any turns or any climbing in the next 2 minutes?
We'll probably do a little bit of climbing before we get to Miramar because there's some like hills and lumpy bumps before we get there.
Alright.
We're just going to be coming onto the coast just a little south of Legoland, California. Yeah, Legoland.
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 Legolas.
No, Legoland.
Legoland, isn't it located in Denmark?
Oh.
Located all over the place because it's cosmopolitan.
You mean it's a money-making scam?
It's That as well as no quality. You'll actually come ashore pretty much around about 40 pints. And then it's just a hop, skip, and a jump from the coast to Miramar.
Hop, skip, and a jump. Tippity hop to the barber shop.
What's a bippity hop?
Tippity hop. Like a
It's
hop,
more
skip, and jump.
motion than a rabbit makes.
Yeah, there you go.
We're at 4 minutes. 4 minutes tomorrow. GPS MMS heading is 113. You're currently at 450 knots, 500 feet.
$450 knots and altitude 500 feet and heading.
Heading is 113 degrees.
Alright, thanks. Welcome to the Hotel California.
You can never leave.
You can, I believe, yeah.
Here we got the coast in front of us. I'll bump us up to 1,500 feet. For the run in 1,500. Mark. Climb it to 1,500.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Don't enable your microphone when you are hearing music.
Could you please repeat? I didn't get you.
Don't play real music on your phones.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That all gets banned or copyright straight.
Yep, I just pressed space on a YouTube video, which coincidentally happens to be my push stop view.
Yeah, but your music's coming through and ours, which goes on to our videos, which
Yep, I understand, sorry, apologies.
Less than 1 minute to Miramar. Once again, we will be overflying Miramar and then braking to land. Then we will assemble at some point.
Somewhere.
Over the rainbow.
Someone.
Flying high.
What runway are we landing on?
I think we'll probably like break left and come in on one of the runways just to the left side.
Have to buzz the tower.
And then as you can see, there's this giant big concrete strip, so we'll just assemble there.
Are we landing now?
We are landing now. Break, split, do your thing.
Buzz the tower. Come on. Pattern is not full.
No, there is no tower.
No, that's true. There's no pattern on it. Yes.
What runway are we landing on?
One of the east to west, sorry, west to east runways.
The big one.
Wait, we're landing from the sea.
Yes,
Oh.
the big.
Alright. So we're facing towards the sea.
And they will assemble at the very large concrete pad.
Ooh, I'm gonna try to do a parallel approach with Gary.
I'm coming in on runway right.
Stick it to the left.
Wheels around the
I'm actually landing on a runway.
Down and safe.
Someone is on the apron already.
Down and safe.
I'm down.
But not safe.
Stranger danger, stranger danger, stop, drop, and roll. Stuart, say no, and go, and tell.
I landed on the Dutch. Alright, yeah. Alright. I don't see anybody else. Have I landed at the right place?
Probably not.
FL cast.
You're at the wrong airport, bro.
Am I? Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Oops. Okay.
You're the wrong airport. I thought I was the only
Can
one that
only
did
happen
that.
in the US. though.
What's that?
Kilo November, Kilo X-ray.
Kilo November, Kilo X-ray.
Oscar Yankee, why do you keep accelerating?
It's next to Bill's house.
Line up, everybody, line up.
Yeah, you look like a fire drill.
I accidentally retracted my gears.
Aww, and what happened?
I became one with the scenery.
Oh.
Then it is easier to get out of the cockpit.
Yeah, on the
You
back
don't
side.
need
You don't need a ladder.
very long ladder.
You just jump out.
There you go. Always look on the bright side.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Side of life.
Now I'm floating midair.
Oh, good heavens.
Life's a bit of shit when you think of it.
Is I think you can turn on the instant replay and then get back to just before you put up your
Yep.
gear.
I just did that and I worked. Thank you.
Yay!
And I crashed again.
Well, you know, stupid is stupid does, brother.
Thank you, Flash.
This Harrier needs a lot of fuel on this speed.
Oh, yeah. And one thirsty little devils.
Some.
Oh, shit. What the hell was
That
that?
should be like a motto in the shield of FGUK. Oh shit.
Oh, shit. Did you see that great big airliner try to land on us?
It was an A320, I believe.
Oh, wow. Thank you for the verification.
Oh, it was actually the 773. That was big.
Say it's not so. Say it's not so. Where you
Oh,
at,
he
Stu?
crashed.
Oh shit! I put my gear down by mistake. I hit the
No!
Oh,
It's a comedy of errors.
That's that. Now, next week, I have it, and it's the helicopter flight next week. But all those who turned up at the wrong place this week.
Yeah.
Here's
Oh,
the-
God.
It was so promising, you know.
Don't forget to practice with those chosen helicopters. Any other helicopters, any other vehicles or aircraft will be obliterated from my pilot list.
And only the watermat.
If you cannot fly one but you wish to attend because it's Christmas time, who is a passenger with somebody else?
Cecil is my co-pilot.
Dream.
Right, I am going to turn off the live stream. So, good night to those in the Twitch who bothered to view it. And if you didn't bother to view it, who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Thanks, Gary.
Oh, you're
Thanks,
quite
Gary,
welcome.
it was fun.
A lot of fun to put together.
Later,
Thanks.
Gators.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks for a good flight night. I hope to see you all next time.
Bye.
I'm expecting
Disconnected.